Well, Von's new album,
What it means to be
March 4th.
Right.
So by the time this comes out, the album's already out.
Right.
How involved are you in that album?
Pretty involved.
Pretty involved.
Yeah, I never left that situation. I stayed pretty close to it, to the family, to the music, through the legal side, everything. You know, I'm gonna stand on business for Von the right way. You know.
So why the name? What it means to be king?
It was just more of a toss up between all of us, and the A&R, from Empire. You know what I'm saying? We were just throwing a couple names, and we were just coming up with a couple names, and we sent some to the family. And you know, his mom is like now the estate holder, and you know his uncle and things like that. So they not super active on the business because they trust. They got their own lawyers. They own day-to-day. So they build a team that they trust to work with us on the management side and with the Empire on the label side. So names got given to them and they really liked that name. And they went with that name. It's a dope name though.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. And the first single is Don't Play That with 21 Savage.
I don't
play that.
I don't play that. Fact.
I just like to point out that I don't think Von really used any latex. You know, he had, what, 2 kids on the way at the time that he passed. I'm just saying. I just thought when I heard that
hey, bro,
that line, it's how fucking bitch the latex. I'm like, no, you don't.
Boy gonna use latex for sure. He definitely gonna use latex.
They use raw dog all the time. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't going like that. B-Roll wasn't going like that. He had his moments. He know what he doing.
Well, he had 2 kids after he passed, right?
I mean, at that time,
I'm just looking at facts. I'm just looking at reality. Like, you know what I mean?
He just wanted to, lay the seeds and sow his royal oats. But he done been in situations where I know for a fact, like, the way he is mentally, he's gonna protect himself.
Okay.
Like, he's not gonna go out there, everybody playing like that with. No way. He ain't going.
Well, NBA Youngboy, he dropped a song, Breathe the Hook.
Right.
And it looked like he was taking shots at King Von. I mean, how does it feel that someone you were so close to, you were actually there when he passed and still working on his projects, that you have someone like Youngboy, as big as he is, really one of the biggest artists in the world right now, there's still distant someone who's passed at this point. Like, he's not around anymore. He can't respond. But he's still dissing him after his death.
Yeah, like, personally, it don't make me feel like no type of way, because I'm coming from working with an artist like King Von, who, that was his thing. Like, he would include his ops or the people he felt like was ops, and that was their type of style. They from that culture. So personally, I feel like the genre of music that we on right now, it don't even got to be Youngboy or Von. It's anybody. People go after that. They go after that. That's no matter how big, how small, they want that satisfaction of knowing that they smoking this or doing that. So I feel like we just got to change. Because I personally don't feel like that's a situation where, like, you got like real beef and real problems, like a Youngboy and a Fredo or any other like artists that's really into it in their own town, and they got bloodshed, they got trauma, they got history together. I'm gonna, like, whatever they doing, I'm gonna stay out their way, mind my business, because I don't know what this transpired to, but a situation like that, I think it was just more of an unfortunate night and a real bad timing where things happen by mistake. Like, your homeboy got shot, you know what I'm saying? Your other homeboy career is at a place where, like, a lot of people look at him as an enemy. You got one of the greatest talents out, like Von, that lost his life early. A lot of fans is now seeing the greatness. And I just think it's a situation where us as a culture, and you was, being locked up, fighting what you fighting on a Fed or whatever case situation you got in your own thing. I feel like coming out, it would have been a situation for us to, like, grow and be like, you know what, bro, this wasn't supposed to happen. Let's just focus on making things better. I don't think coming out in that type of direction help us as young men and cultures and music and trying to change dynamics and stuff. I just feel like it make it worse. The police winning and the graveyard is winning, but we're gonna start taking real losses in this culture, and R&B and country and techno. They're gonna keep getting money, and we're just gonna keep losing people.
Well, yeah, and to be fair, King Von and the new single, I Don't Play That, he even talks about smoking Tuka,
right?
In the lyrics.
Yeah, so it's
sort of like,
culture.
I guess it's fair. Fair is fair.
It's the new it's the new genre of music that we're in. It's not subjected just to King Von, Youngboy, any other drill artist, K Flocka. You know, I get it. It's not subject to nobody. It's just now, you know how there's new, like back then it used to be hustling, getting money. Then you had the whole era where it was drugs and being on drugs. Then you had an era where it was aspiration and good music. This is the era where everybody wanna be a gangster. Everybody wanna be, no, not a gangster, everybody wanna be a killer.
Yeah.
Everybody wanna smoke ops and do this. And we need to, stay away from it.
Yeah, and and as you're talking, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, you have a person who's so like for example, like the King Von, I don't play that, right?
Right.
You have a person who's no longer alive, who put out a song dissing another person who's no longer alive.
Right. The cycle.
You see how when you look at it that way, just how crazy it sounds? Like,
yeah. And it's unfortunate and it's sad that Vlad, these artists I'm blessed that I just turned 30. I'm kind of like going through a young OG crisis because it's like I'm so still young, but in my field, I'm considered old, whatever. Dog, they dying at 26, 19, 21. Like, bruh, we don't want to live with, we're going to make this money. That's why Mercury is all really about that type of vibe. We're going to get to these success, get to this riches, get to everything we ever wanted, to die with it and leave it for kids and other people that's probably not even going to want it as bad because they didn't have to go through what you want. So I just think it sucks. And we as musicians and artists and labels, and we just got to help change that narrative. And I'm going to start with my own group, my own camp.